Well, I found out the frequency was in use, but not being used very well. This is K4PEW on net control and mic control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency traffic? Negative. Never is. Thankfully, there never is. If there is emergency traffic of some kind, call 911. If you don't have 911, give us a call. We'll call it for you. Just make sure you can tell us your address or what the problem is or where you are. All right, and you can maybe net may be broken. That was a nice fumble there. At any time, if you have an emergency. For information on this net, you can go right now to YouTube and look in the search block for YouTube and put my call in there, K4PEW. It'll bring up I think called a premiere. It'll show that we're on the air, and that way you can watch the screen, because it's so exciting to watch that screen. It's so animated. But you can see what your signal strength is relative to others. You can also see and hear other stations if you can't hear them normally yourself through your antenna. So it's a kind of a nice tool for everybody. You can also go to 146.415.net. So easy to remember. You also go to groups.io, put MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society for signing up for our email, or just to look at our net schedule, or to just because you got nothing better to do. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. And that normally meets normally. Nothing's normal. At 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And tonight, as always, we're on the net here on 146.415 FM Simplex. Purpose of the net, well, let me see. We have some nets coming out. Let me just tell you those announcements first. The nets coming up tonight are this net on 146.415 FM Simplex, and then on to what's the next one? Oh yeah, 28.415 upper sideband, and then on to 223.415 on FM. There's another 10-meter net on Sunday nights that Michael KM4YRF can, he might be able to do it if his mic isn't being used, on 7:30 on Sunday nights, and does a great job of it, in spite of what you heard. I only have some other nets on Saturday night. Again, look at the net schedule on groups.io if you have any confusion, because we do a bunch in that. We do 2, 3, 4. We do like 9 nets or so. I forget how many it is on Saturday night. Our big cavalcade of nets, which is our loss leader. Let's see, other announcements. Do we have any other announcements for the amateur radio tonight? This is the first of the month, which is kind of nice. We're in November. We're cooling off too much sometimes. But we have breakfast a week from Saturday, which will be the second Saturday of the month. Looking forward to bunches of people there to warm up and have some warm fixings there at Golden Corral. Do we have any other announcements, though? All right, and that's you can look that up on their website. What's their website? You can actually look up Wilson County Amateur Radio Club on the web, and it'll come right up for the address of the location rather than me spell it out, because not everybody's listening. Matter of fact, we ought to post that to the have it always posted as a reminder for the group on the thing there. I got to remind myself to do that. Meetings monthly. All right, I'll get it. So any other announcements? Because here we only get 20 to 40 people listening, maybe. I don't know how many listen, actually. Can't tell. On radio, we can't tell. But, okay, we don't have anything else. But the purpose of that is to have fun. AM radio is supposed to be fun. It can be a service in need, in dire needs, in panic modes, and adjuncts to, I love that word, adjuncts to, other emergency responders, where none of us are in the mode of being, well, some of us, there's a few on the net that are in an emergency responder mode. They're in first responders for fire and EMS and other kinds of things. I don't know if we have any policemen on the net, but there's always an opportunity to serve if there is going to be a problem in ham radio. Anyway, tonight we are on net number 947. We're starting from the east, and unless we have any other announcements, let me know now. All righty, nothing heard. Oh, no, what do you know? My SWR is back. I'll be a son of a gun. It was gone for a while. It like goes on vacation for a few days. Must have been out west or went to Florida when it got cold. Weird, weird, weird radio. Or maybe it's just me that's weird. All right, we're going to take people who are short on time. Let's see, wait, wait. Short on time, mobile, or first time check-ins. Please come now.
Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango Mobile.
All right, Richard, hold on one second. I heard Chris in there. Everything all right, Chris?
Yeah, it's going really good. Just on my way back home from my daughter's jiu-jitsu class, so I want to catch the net and call in.
Oh, boy, jiu-jitsu. How old is she?
15. She's a gray white belt. She's kicking in.
Well, I'd be careful if I were you.
Oh, I am. She's already better than I ever was.
Oh, awesome. Well, very good. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, sir. 7 degrees. See everybody at the Amateur Club, Wilson County Amateur Club meeting this Saturday.
Yeah, very good. That was Chris. He's mobile. Well, he's normally in Rural Hill. That's Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango, reminding about the Wilson County net Saturday night. Richard, how are you? All right, very good, Richard. Sounds like you're operating from within a microwave oven. Man, that is a noisy, noisy. I don't know what you're using for your antenna, but it's not doing well. Anyway, it was Richard and Stephanie in Lebanon. He's operating from his new. He bought a new, at least to him, a new house out there in somewhere in Lebanon, and so he's going to be busy this week and that all squared away. That was KI4SOR and KI4SOB. No, it's SIR and SOR. I like that SOB. I like that better. Who else is short on time, mobile, or first time checking?
KC4TNQ, Charles West Richmond.
Hey, Charles, you've been missing in action here a couple of days. I don't remember how long.
Yeah, last Saturday I was out making some toy fund money.
Oh no, listen, I don't need notes from anybody. I just miss people when they're not here. That's all. Everything go well?
Oh yeah, it ended up being about 12 and a half hours of toy fund money.
Oh, is that right? Wow.
It's all right. I do a trip every once in a while on the weekend. That helps the week out immensely.
Wow, that is a lot. Anything else good for the net tonight?
No, got a call tonight. Time to turn in and start a new day. So hope everyone has a good one. 7-3 style. KC410Q.
Yeah, very good. That's Charles. He's in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is short on time or mobile or can't remember where they are?
WB0 and
Hello, Mark. You know where you are tonight?
Well, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm home. But kind of short on time tonight, so carry on. I'll listen when I can. Bye-bye.
Very good. Good to have you in there, Mark. Mark's in Northwest Wilson, up by the Weather Service. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar with a good signal, but he's not that far from me, maybe 6 miles. Who else is short on time, mobile, or first time check? Hey, John, I was scribbling when you said that. It is Kilo Quebec 4 Kilo Delta Quebec.
Roger. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing dandy. You sound pretty good.
Yeah, I got your radio with the antenna up and checking it out. Short on time. Check in. Don't have anything from that.
Yeah, it's doing great. You're almost 40 over here.
That sounds great. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, sounds great. That was John in Hendersonville, right, John?
That's right.
Yeah, very good. Kilo Quebec 4 Kilo Delta Quebec. Great signal. Big number there. Who else is let's see, short on time? Anybody else short on time or mobile or first time?
Kilo 4 Tango November Romeo.
Okay, I know you're not first time.
Nah, I'm just short on time. Sorry to cut it, but I'm gonna try to listen when I can, Paul.
Oh yeah, very good. That was Kevin. He's here in I say here. He's there in Bethpage. Good signal though, Kevin. And he's short on time, so I'm gonna let him get running there. It's Kilo 4 Tango November Romeo. Anybody else short on time or mobile? All righty, we'll start from the east then. Please come now. Nobody east.
KM4, RF.
Well, this is the second time he checked in. The first time was a long time.
Well, I want to apologize for my little discretion there. I thought he was open mic night.
It was also amateur night.
That's the truth. Thank you for texting me. I'm glad we weren't saying anything we shouldn't.
I don't think you remember what you said because I heard it all.
Yeah, I know.
No, it was just nothing. A couple of clearing throats and coughs, and I forget what it said. It was just the idle chatter of people in their own homes. You know.
Well, excuse me. There was me and my son out there in the garage looking for a clamp.
I got you. To stop the bleeding?
No, for the air compressor.
Okay, very good. No, it was just funny to me because I recognized the voice right off the bat, so I knew it was you. And I just thought you recognized it immediately, but you didn't, so that's when I texted you twice. And if you notice, the autocorrect on phones is funny. Did you notice that?
I was not going to mention that, Paul.
Yeah, first it says mic is on, which I said MIK, which is a shorthand for microphone. Yeah, I should have put MIC, but I don't know what to change it. And then when I put MIK again, it put Milliken. Your Milliken is keyed. I have no idea. Milliken is shorthand for something.
I was laughing so hard it took me a minute to get back to you.
Well, I got your attention, though, didn't I?
Absolutely did. I'm sorry for that.
Oh, no, I meant about the Milliken thing. At least you laughed at that.
I did. I'm still laughing.
It sounds funny now that I think about it. All right, very good. That was Michael, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee, Romeo Foxtrot, normally disguising as a net control for me when I'm out or sick or dead or whatever, and on Sunday nights when he does the 10-meter net and at 7:30. Remember the 10-meter net, FM and USB, and on 223-415. Anyway, who else? By the way, it's Kilo Mike 4, Yankee, Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is east?
Oh, that's 28415.
Yeah, what did I say?
223.
Well, it's 228.415 for the upper sideband and 29.415 for the FM on 10 meters, and then the 223.415 for the FM. I think anybody who knows what they're talking about knows. I don't.
Carry on. Back to net control.
Very good. Who else is east?
KG4MIC.
Hey, Mr. Kevin, you would have corrected me anyway, right?
I was just about to do that. That's the only reason I chimed in. Good evening, Paul. Hi, Mike. How you doing out there? And everybody else, I just walked in the room and realized the net was on. So I was on the frequency. I just need to sit down and get the mic in my hand. Thanks for calling my call there. And, well, I give you a little bit of wisdom here. I didn't do very much today, and, I don't feel bad about it. And I stayed in a Motel 6. Oh, wait a minute, is that a Red Roof Inn? One of the two. But yeah, wait a minute, it's Holiday Inn, right? I didn't do too much, just hung out around the house, tried to stay warm. It was a little bit of a cool day. Took care of the puppies and get all my stuff around the house, routine. Same old stuff, different day. Paul, I hope you had a good day, and I'll pass it back to you. Take you for it.
Yeah, very good, Kevin. You got a great signal. It's Kilo Gulf 4, Mike India Zulu. He is in Lebanon over by Cumberland University. Trying to get a further education through osmosis just by living near the university. Is that right, Kevin?
Yeah, but it ain't working. It's not working at all, Paul. I need to wet my wig.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's no, I know. It's I got my education a long time ago.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, what education I got was a long time ago. I'm still learning to this day, though. But it's just a different way of learning.
Oh yeah, it's an education. Everything is an education if you're paying attention, and you can pays to listen. Of course, that's the hardest part is listening, because if you get set in your ways, you get messed up, and you think you're right and everybody else is wrong. It's a wonderful thing. That was Kevin again. Kilo Go for Mike India Zulu in 11. Who else is east? All right, moving over to the north. We'll hear from Stan later when he wakes up.
KV9RKK.
Hey, what's up there, Frank?
Not much. He did that. I was like, oh man, I almost missed it again.
Funny how I can pre-plan for a net. I say pre-plan. I say, okay, I usually try to get started at 7. Well, then I got that delayed because I got into some other stuff I had to do. And then it's 7:15. And then I realized I ought to reboot the computer just to clear out all the crap so that the video doesn't get messed up, which we can mess it up. And then all of a sudden, that didn't. And then it took, like, for whatever reason, it took 20 minutes for the computer to reboot because I have so much crap on it. So it's like I can never win.
No, I hear you. Yeah, for a moment there, I was like sitting there looking at my meter when I first keyed up, and you're like, "What's up?" I was like, "Huh, I know what's up with my SWR," but no, it was on a different setting. I thought it was on SWR. I was freaking out. I'm like, "What? I got 4 to 1."
Well, no, what you're looking at, my SWR. No, really, my SWR was not showing up at anything under 147 dot something, 147.1.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, it's actually the ALC is what it is, and I'm still below the bar because I was like on the wrong setting. And at first I was like, oh my God, I was looking at it going, what the heck? I thought I had a super high SWR. I'm like, oh, I still have my thing switched to the 220. And that's what I was thinking.
Well, I never thought about it. You tell me. Is there any significance to the what do you call it, the ALC on voice?
Well, on voice, yeah, absolutely. But it's for sideband. I don't think it does anything for FM.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I have used it many times, but I don't remember using it on voice on sideband, but I guess I must have at some point.
Yeah, because if you're using the compressor, especially for like DX and everything, you don't want to overdrive. If the ALC, then it starts pulling back, and then you don't get as much power out.
Yeah, well, as usual, you're doing just fine with. I looked like 60 over on that last transmission.
Yeah, no, my SWR is like basically not moving. It's really almost unreadable. So I was like, for a moment there, I was like, because I had an SWR problem. Kind of, it wasn't terrible, but so I rerouted and I eliminated one of those double barrels, and I did.
Yeah, those double barrels are like a resistor.
Yeah, they're just bad because they're not really 50 ohms. That's the problem.
I get it, but you have to ask yourself, why sell them? Just say, hey, don't make people use full runs.
Yeah, they come in handy for what they are. It's just that when they were made back in the day, that was what they thought was good. But if you want a true 50 ohm, you got to use N-type.
I never noticed. Are there N-type barrel connectors?
I have adapters. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a double end. I have an end to end to PNC and to other things. But yeah, I'm sure they do. But I'm just saying, any connector, including the ones on the end of our coax, are really not 50 ohm when you go to PL259.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, I found that out with the first time we installed that cabling to my X700, and it changed if I had it in, if I didn't have it in. I said, what?
Yeah, and brains change and the material change, and I don't know. I gave up. I just look at the whole system. If it works, you can, Dummy has great SWR, so it's not the end all be all, but it helps.
Yeah, well, really, if it's anything under 2 is reasonable, from what I understand.
Yeah, I like 1.5 or less, but that's correct. My head's hurting even saying that that's correct because I don't like it moving at all. But you are correct. An antenna that actually works is better than one that says, "Hey, I'm accepting the load," but if it's not transmitting it, who cares? It's just turning it into heat.
Right, exactly. Anyway, no, you're right though. The lower the better if you can swing it, but if you're stuck with a fixed length, you know, like it's a tram I have it. I mean, I guess I could go up and trim it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know, because you have to redo all the elements because they're all collineared and in phase. So yeah, you could do that with a quarter wave or even a 5/8 wave single element, but when you start stacking them, forget it. You just throw off the whole thing. You know, what's interesting is you can't get nothing for free. So if you go up in gain, the antenna becomes more narrow banded.
Oh, right, right. Gotcha. And
Negative. Just thanks for doing it. Glad I was able. Don't like this cold weather, but at least it's not snowing here like it is up north.
oh yeah, by the way, I want to make sure everybody takes a look at the thumbnail for the net on the front page of YouTube that I made special for today. Not that it's because anything special about today. It's just I made it a special one from a picture. Anyway, that was Frank. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. He is in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north? Mr. Can't Touch Pizza. How you doing there, Brian?
Doing fine. I checked in, right?
You check in now. You want to go?
I'm on a badge. I'm working on a badge.
Yeah, you get a badge of courage, badge of honor. What do you get?
I don't know. You get a badge after 10 or 20 check-ins, I think.
Oh, you just get a participation badge if you check in once a year.
Yeah,
How you doing tonight?
oh, that was fine. My daughter opened.
Oh, wow. I always loved Wendy's, man.
Well, I'm not all that fond of it. You get a lot of stuff for nothing.
Well, I was sorry they took away that taco salad.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little sad about that. I don't think the chili's that good anymore. The lady behind the counter wanted a name. She said, "Yeah, can I have a name?"
A name for the order?
Well, I guess that's what you're supposed to think, but I thought maybe she just didn't have a name.
Can I have a name? No, sorry. You got to go by blank.
I guess we call it Jane Doe.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't get a participation award then.
No, I don't think she's really quite. But you know, that's probably beaten down handing out products.
Well, I called in a pharmacy order at Walmart a couple of nights ago, late at night, like midnight, because you can phone it in, and it said, "This will be ready tomorrow after 7 p.m." That's exactly what it said. After 7 p.m., which meant whatever the next day was, Monday or Monday. So I was in the midst of doing something. I said, I'll just stop in after 7. I thought I could get there early and I'd probably have it ready anyway. So I stopped in after 7. I get over there and the pharmacy closes at 7. So I went and picked it up the next day. I said, hey, tell me, at least tell me the time of day I'm supposed to pick it up.
Well, they probably have cameras there. You know, Christmas time they watch the videos of all the people coming there. You know, I hope it's good what they did well.
I just thought it was funny because it's closed every day except one. I forget which day it is. Now it's 7. So now I'll remember it's at 7 o'clock or before I got to be there. This cracks me up. I don't go there that often, but it just cracked me up that it says show up after 7 and it closes at 7. Not too bright. Anyway, hope your day's going better.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's fine. You know, I'm out on the radio in the car at the right time.
Yeah, and your signal got better the longer we stayed on the air.
Yeah, I'm getting closer. Probably going to be in the lake sometime.
Great. Anything else for the net tonight?
I just let y'all go and I'll look for everybody.
Listen to see if Roy shows up. Could be. Anyway, that was Brian, Kilo Alpha 3 Charlie Tango Papa. He is motoring somewhere in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Oh, I think I hear Kilo 4 WKU. How you doing, Steve? It's a little rough, but I copy you. Oh, yeah, very good. Well, I was trying to check in, but I couldn't. Everything that, no matter who was talking on your net Friday night, or no, Tuesday night, excuse me, it was all just squelch breaking. I couldn't hear one piece of audio, so it was really bad condition. Oh, awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, I can remember when it was just a handful, just like mine. Well, very good. Anything else to share with the net? Yeah, very good. That's Steve, K4WKU in just north of Bowling Green, and he used a little beam pointed due south. He's almost like I'm due south of him almost. So he can point right at me. I don't know if anybody else could hear him. Anybody else hearing Steve?
Oh yeah, I am.
Ah, very good. Well, you're farther north than me. That's why. Anybody else copying Steve up here?
I at least got a squelch break.
Okay, very good. Yeah, like I said, he's directly due south when he points, I believe. Anyway, who else is north?
Carlin, KD4VUW, Best Page, Angel Town Community.
Very good, Carlin. You been doing anything exciting today?
Yeah, I've been down to Taj Mahal down in Gallatin. I don't know if you know what that is, but that's the county seat. That's what they call the place. Went down there to take care of some property tax stuff, so I can get my taxes reduced, which I've got that all set up stuff. So anyhow, other than that, just did a little grocery shopping, come back here, and went up to Westmoreland and had me some country fried steak, and pinto beans, and whole kernel corn, and some fried okra, and it was real good. Oh yeah, I thought, well, they got something good there on Wednesday. I'll go up there and get that, and then I'll stop over at Mike's and get me a couple of cans of chili, because for some odd reason they didn't have any chili with beans at Walmart or Kroger's in Gallatin. I don't know what the problem was, but anyway, I stopped at Mike's up there at Westmoreland and got me 5 cans with the beans. Brought that on back. That way I can have me some chili to eat. So I don't know. Then I just come on back home.
I tell you what, I'm not sure who's farther ahead of the game, Gallatin or Mount Juliet, because Gallatin, I noticed in the web that they increased by 50% between 2010 and 2020.
Yeah. They're building all over Gallatin down there. I mean, just everywhere, every little hook and cranny down there, they've decided to build something. And I don't know. It's covered all over the place. Oh yeah, on the chili, Wendy's has got chili out in the grocery stores in cans now, and that Wendy's chili was $5.40-something. So far it was more. And I thought, good Lord, why would you buy that there when you can go to Chili's and just get you a bowl of it a whole lot cheaper?
Well, what's funny about that is, let's hope what's in the cans is not what's in the store, because the store is all parts and pieces that fell off the other hamburger.
Oh yeah, it's made that's what it is. It's got the hamburger meat and stuff into it. I like it myself, but I don't like it that much. It's too expensive. One other thing kind of hit me. I don't know if you're into shortwave listening or nothing like that, or anybody else on here. I thought I'd mention it. At 8 p.m. every night, there is a shortwave station that signs on at 5.050 WRMI, Radio Miami International, 100,000 watts. And they play a variety of music. on there and stuff, and it's ham related. You will hear ham radio commercials for ICOM and MTC Trading and R&L, and it's kind of funny hearing a radio commercial. You know, I don't know. It's really interesting. It's kind of Christian based. You'll hear every once in a while you'll hear something from Billy Graham, you know, but then mostly they're playing music from, I guess, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know if they get into the 90s or not, but they're playing stuff like that. Pretty nice thing. I've been kind of listening to it right here lately, so thought I'd mention that on here in case somebody wants to tune their HF radio down there and listen to it. It comes in rather well. So they from 8 to 11 p.m. and then at 11 p.m. they switch transmitters over to 9455, which is more westerly, and so they can hit Hawaii and California and back up in there a little bit better. And I think it goes for maybe about an hour longer, and then I think they sign off at about 12 or 1 or something like that. But thought I'd enter that out there for y'all in case y'all want to tune into it and listen to that, because it's I don't know, pretty nice. You'll hear a very, very wide mix of music on there, country, pop, rock, you know, and it's just, I don't know, pretty interesting, pretty nice. So, well, anyway, with that said, I guess I've got nothing else, and hope everybody's staying warm out there, because that's one thing I noticed when I got out today. It's cold. So it's supposed to warm up, but dang, it needs to get cold. It needs to warm up right away. So anyway, I've said enough, and I guess I'll turn it back over to you, Paul. And this is Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey up here in that page, and I'll turn it back over to you.
But that was 5.050, you said?
Yes, 5.050. And then at 11 p.m., they switched to 9.455. I'm not sure why they have to do that. I think they ought to say it 50-50 myself, but I guess they got their reasoning. But they're calling themselves commercial shortwave and stuff. And, of course, it's broadcasting all the world. So I don't know. Anyway, turn it back over to you.
Well, I can guess, though, Carlin, I did some work for Radio Marti, which is funded by the federal government, the broadcast to Cuba the news. I wouldn't be surprised that half of their listeners come from Cuba, from that 50-50 station.
Well, the 50-50 is very, very strong through here. Very strong, you know, and they claim that at 50-50 it's for North America. So, but I'm sure they got stuff, you know, they've got stuff spewing back towards Cuba and stuff. You probably got a null to the east and the west whenever they're doing that, possibly a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, I just brought that up because it's because really there are Cubans on the island who set up pirated dishes for satellite. They can sometimes get regular broadcasts like these radio stations out of Miami and Key West, and they can also sometimes get the TV stations. So it's a mixed bag. Here we got a communist nation who tries to control the things, and you can't control the airwaves very well.
Yeah, it's a little bit kind of tedious to do there. You try to jam it, you know, you had like, what was it, the woodpecker Russia was doing and stuff. It had everybody concerned in the 60s and all that stuff. So, I don't know. Anyway, I guess I've said enough for everybody. Hello to everybody, and I guess I'll turn it back over to you and be clear.
Yeah, very good. He was just Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey was in Angeltown, Bethpage area. Was just talking about there's a station in Miami on 5.050 that broadcasts all forms of music at 1,000 watts or 10,000, no, 100,000 watts. Excuse me. And it's very loud here. I'm just suggesting that it's probably, and it's broadcasting worldwide, obviously, and they're advertising ham equipment from HRO, he says, which is kind of funny. But anyway, 50.50, and then after that's at 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I'm assuming that's Eastern time, and at 11 they switch over to 9.455. Very interesting. I'll have to check that out. Who else is north or west? Nobody west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
I was just, there was too long a pause in there, Greg. You got to work on it.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for the RF bully, but I'm prepared here anyway. Yeah, I'm on solar generated backup power tonight, so I don't know about you slackers.
No. I actually import my solar power from South Texas.
They got a little extra.
Hey, by the way, I heard, which I think is nonsense, but Elon Musk he was sitting with what's his name? I'll think of his name in a minute. On his TV show on it's either on Rumble or it's on that other site. I think it's also on YouTube, but I'm not sure. And he said that you could power up the entire country with 100-mile by 100-mile area of solar collectors. And while that may be true, you still got to transmit it 2,000 miles in all directions. So he's full of crap.
Seems like that could be a grid that'd be easy to take down.
Well, it would be easy to take down, but that's not the problem. Is the losses between going from all that solar power and then turning it into battery power and then transmitting it back up and building it up, the voltage up again high enough that you can transmit it over long distances. It's unbelievable how inefficient that is. And it's also very expensive because what do we need? Batteries the size of Texas?
See, Tesla solved all this and paid dearly for solving it. But yeah, if that gets back to the Edison, was wanting DC power, which was like, and you literally needed a station every mile, where AC you don't need that. And of course Tesla was on to transmitting it without wires anyway and for free, and that just wasn't going to work.
No, I get it. No, it's just fascinating that he would say that, and it is true. It may be true in the sense that could have enough power getting it from the sun, but I don't know who what million Mexican crew would take to keep all those solar collectors clean and fixed and up to date and in repair and testing, and it would be what a job that would be. 100 miles by 100 miles. Talk about a solar farm ranch.
That's where the AI hybridized clones. That's what they're going to do for it.
Well, just didn't the president just outlaw AI or something?
Oh, get out of here.
No, he put some kind of restriction. I didn't pay much attention to it. I don't know what the restrictions was, because one of the biggest fears is AI for a lot of silly reasons. I'll call them. I don't know what to call them. And I actually heard somebody commented on the web that the reason the government wouldn't like AI is because AI would be able to see when they're lying.
Yeah, I think I saw something about how it's illegal to create like a candidate saying something that he's not really saying.
Oh, there's no question about it. That you wouldn't necessarily know. I don't know how they fingerprint. I'll use that term. You have to have a video, and then you'd have to have a verification, a two-step verification that is actually what the guy is saying or woman saying.
Yeah, like my good old mantra, just wait till next year.
That's right. Anyway, it's kind of like the baseball team. Anyway, anything else for that, Greg?
That's it. Yeah, backup power here didn't burn up for anything. So I guess it worked.
Outrageously good. Yeah, I'm always operating on battery power because I'm on the UPS all the time on the power supply for my radio.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Oh, it is now. All I need is a solar collector to power up then I'd really be in Fat City.
I want a big generator.
I want to get one that runs on natural gas.
Yeah, I'd really be happy with just the 2-cylinder one that gets into an emergency.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anyway, that was Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Antioch. Who else is south or west? Man, where's Jack?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. I couldn't reach my mic.
You got to get a chair.
I about fell out of it going for the mic.
Yeah, I thought you were taking a vacation tonight or something. From a vacation from radio and gardening.
Oh no, never me.
Yeah, very good. Everything going all right?
Going great. Spent most of the day just reading on my book. It's still a little too cold out there. It was all right this afternoon, but this morning it was really cold.
So if you want something to do, you can come over and rake all my leaves, man. I got tons of them.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
You can make mulch out of them for free.
I'll make some compost.
Yeah, there you go. It worked. No, that's why I did. And me, I'd leave them on the lawn because they always break down anyway. My wife says, "No, we got to get them up. It looks bad." Okay, fine, whatever.
Well, I'll take them. You rake them up, I'll take them.
I was going to buy one of those leaf blower, the vacuum attachments to my lawn tractor, and I don't really feel like dropping that much. You know what? I forget how much it was. $500, $800. I forget. I said, no, I'd rather just mulch it up and let it fall where it lies.
Yeah, just run the mower over it and they'll fall down in the ground, you know.
Oh, I do. It's not a big deal. I'm resupplying the earth.
Okay, well, thanks, and thanks for doing that, Paul. Appreciate it.
Yeah, very good. That's Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. He is in Donaldson. Who else is west? No more west? South? Hey, Tony, you doing any good today?
Working on my Christmas lights.
How many strings did you get of those? You didn't tell me.
2.
Okay, those are pretty pricey for Christmas lights, but I think they're going to be pretty.
Yeah, I've got we got a 2-story house. I've got the lower story already done, and I had them on a Halloween motif last night. I think I picked something called Sparkly Halloween or something like that. And working on, I was running the power because they've got to have power, 12 volts, but they still have to have it. And we're working on getting that up to the upper level. And depending on what's going on the next 2 or 3 days, I should have the upper level done.
Awesome. Yeah, send me some video or send us some videos. You're going to have that special light show.
Yeah, well, the things are smarter than I am. And everything works through your phone, but you can have them synced up to music. And it's nuts, all the stuff those lights will do. And they're permanent. I don't have to take them down every year. They're there. They've got a 40,000 hour LEDs in them, and so they should last a while.
Well, can you set them just to run on white light?
Yes, you can. You can have it just do like accent lighting on your house.
That's what I was saying. Can you pick which lights? In terms of how many on each string?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Tony had that. What are those lights called if somebody wants to look them up? They're fairly pricey for some people, but what are they called in Amazon?
G-O-V-E-E.
Okay, G-O-V-E-E lights, and they're all in strings of, I think there's 50 lights for $200?
Yeah, something like that. But that's a 50-foot run, so that's not, there you go.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, but that's cute though. And it's programmable with a smartphone. I thought was pretty cool. Everything now is programmable through my smartphone except for me, which I have to do my own programming, which doesn't always work out. Anyway, anything else from that, Tony?
Well, you're just not aware that your XYL is programming you. That's the insidious nature of it. But that's it. That's all I got. Other than we're going to start advertising, what, here in the next week or 10 days.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, we got about 30 days or so, I guess. Yeah, where we go. We got Santa Net coming up. I think it's on Christmas Eve coming up, which Tony does. Anyway, it's going to be here on this frequency. Who else? That was Tony. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec, often known as Santa, and he's in Smyrna. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Victor.
Hold on, Michael. How you doing? Are you doing well? You sound great tonight, Larry.
I got back together again.
Yeah, well, it's again conditions and mine with a different antenna. I'm really at fault here. You normally have a great signal to me.
Okay, Paul. Thank you for keeping on.
Yeah, very good. That's Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4, Sierra, Yankee Victor. We had K3MPR, Michael. How you doing, Mike?
Just another day in paradise. It was cold working out there.
And yeah, it was, but I remember the cold days when I worked up in the northern clime, and this is a better cold than mine than 10 degrees outside with a heavy wind.
Yeah, well, then, luckily, we didn't have much of a wind. That's what you're out in it. And if it's sun shining or not, it's cold.
No, no question about it. Well, especially when it gets windy, that's when it starts to hurt. I mean, it's not fun. I'm sure you have as many horror stories about that as I do. But again, when it's cold, it's cold. You can't, you really, you can die from exposure from any of those temperatures below, 20.
Yeah, when you live in the northern environment, you learn real quick. There's some layers. So if it does warm up, you remove layers and some sweat. It can get worse.
Oh yeah, I have. I remember when I'd be shoveling snow, you'd finish, and even though you were dressed in layers, you'd spend an hour out there shoveling snow, a lot of it, and then you come in and your entire shirt, your t-shirt, and your shirt that's over top of that would be soaked.
Definitely without a doubt. But yeah, it was a beautiful day. It's like we're gonna have a nice weekend. So hopefully everybody enjoys it.
Yep, sounds good. Anything else for that, Mike?
That's it.
Very good. That's Mike. He's here in Eastern Mount Juliet. That's Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo. Only a couple of miles from me. Who else? Anybody else south or east or anywhere? We're looking for Lollygaggers, Lurkers, and Sandbaggers if we can get them. Oh wow! I didn't copy that perfectly. Go ahead. Say that again, please. One more time, please. Okay, KK4. I think we talked the other day. What was the last three digits again, please? Oh man, is anybody copying that? I'm getting it mixed. I can get the KK4 perfectly, but not the rest of it.
KK4MC or Z.
Okay, Kilo 4, Mike Charlie or Mike Zulu. Well, I'm getting that. I think you're up in Cottontown. Is that correct? Oh, that's right. You're up there in Lafayette, are you not? Okay, very good. Yeah, we did talk the other day. You doing all right? Yeah, very good. You probably were colder than we were. Oh yeah, wow, it's pretty cool. Were you gonna? Did you say you were getting another antenna soon? Because your signal's a little low to me, but Lafayette's a stretch for me. Yeah, very good. Well, you're doing fine. Anything else for the net tonight? I was just wondering if there was anything else you had for the net. I still don't think I have your call right. It's Kilo 4. Is it? There's. What are the last three letters or last letters after the 4, please? Okay, Kilo 4, Mike Charlie, right? All right, right. Well, the reason I'm asking again is because that Kilo 4, M as in Mary, C as in Charlie, comes up as somebody else, and I'm pretty sure that's not you. Say again? All right. Well, very good. I think I can look you up on QRZ in a different way by looking up Lafayette. So anyway, glad to have you in there. That's Kilo Kilo 4 Mike Charlie, but I have to investigate that call, why it's coming up with somebody else in the QRZ. Anyway, anybody else, any place, anywhere, please come now. All righty, we had a grand total 20 in tonight. We're moving right over to 28.415 unless I hear any complaints.
I've got a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did y'all do a roll call every time?
I'm saying that again, please.
Did y'all do roll call every night?
Well, not every night, no. No, we're in here Wednesdays and Saturdays, and obviously to check in. Yeah, I've got you down as Kilo Kilo for Mike Charlie, and for the last time we talked. But when I put in Kilo Kilo for Charlie, now on QRZ I get somebody else in there.
Walter, I'm on the
All righty, we're gonna wait just a second. Do we have anybody else who wants to check in, or anybody else who knows this fellow that's up there in Lafayette? I think he is giving me the wrong call, but he just recently came back on the air. That's why I know he's a legit guy, but he just got back on the air recently, and he hasn't been up on the air for a long time. And I don't know what the whole deal is, but like I said, this Kilo Kilo for Mike Charlie is somebody in Florida.
Well, he's not so strong here. He's nearly 60 over, and I don't know where he's at in Lafayette or Macon County, but if he's in Lafayette, that's about 20 miles from here to my east.
Yep. No, I know about where it is, but I'm just saying that his signal is very weak to me for whatever reason. Obviously, it's terrain issue. I'm going to try to find it on looking it up under Lafayette to see if I can pick it out his name there, because he's got something amiss there on his call. Oh shoot, there's a bunch of Lafayettes, dude. That's bothersome. I thought this is Lafayette in Louisiana. So when you type in Lafayette, you get everybody in Louisiana and California and the state of Washington. And I didn't realize there was that many Lafayettes out there. Got to put in Lafayette, Tennessee. Yeah, because he knew Zach up there at Kilo 4 Tango Papa, or he knew of him, I guess, with the Macon Area Ham Radio Society. So I don't know what the scoop is. Do me this, Carlin. Would you hang around and wait for him, because I think he's going to come back, and I want to delay anymore and getting over to the 10-meter portion. Would you wait for him over or monitor this frequency for me?
Oh yeah, I'm not going nowhere. All I have to do is when you go to 220, flip an antenna switch. So anyway, like I said here.
All right, very good. We'll wait for that. Wait for Carlin's report on that. It's K4PW. Moving over to 28.415. All righty, this is K4PW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 28.415. Looking for check-ins from the east. Please come now. Nothing from the east. How about the north? Got nothing from the east, Michael? Your noises. Anybody out there east or north? Yeah, that was really noisy. Is something going on there, Michael? Okay, that was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is east? East or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
All right, good solid signal there, Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo in north of northwest here in northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north or west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, big signal with Jack. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, Charlie Victor Echo.
Yeah, big 10-meter signal for you too there, Greg.
You too, good buddy.
Very good. That was Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch. Who else is west? West or south?
K3 MPR south.
Very good. South of something. That was Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo Michael here in Mount Juliet. Anybody else east or anywhere? Hey, very good. You got a good signal there, Kevin. That was Kevin, Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. Who else is any place, anywhere? Kevin, which antenna are you using on the 10-meter? Ah, okay. Well, the wire, I think that's in the ARRL antenna booth. Oh, yeah. I'm with you. It's doing well. Very good. Again, Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. Is anybody else out there? All the provinces in Canada, please come now. All righty. We got a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, I can count to 7. All right, very good. And we're going over to 223-415, where we'll get a report on the Lafayette mystery, which I don't know that fella's call. I'm guessing it's Kilo 4 something, but I don't see it here. Kilo 4 in the list on QRZ for Lafayette. I don't see it. We got Kilo 4 KBW, Kilo 4 Fox Doctor. No, I don't see anything close. I think he doesn't know his call or it expired. That'd be funny. Anyway, we're going to see over there 223-415. Is there anybody out there yet who wants to check in? I hear noise out there, but nothing special. All right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you. Appreciate the check-ins. Have a good night, and we'll see you either on the air in the interim or on Saturday or Sunday or both or all. K4 PEW. Closing it now.